Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Rain World. Doing a speedrun of Gourmand. It's been quite a while since I've played this character, mostly because the route is actually quite complicated. Relative to other speedruns. For most runs, you just have to remember which rooms to go to, in what order. Well, not really in what order, because it kind of flows naturally. Like, I want to go from this location to this location, you just follow that path. You know, but for Gourmand, there's a few more things that you have to look into, or at least that I look into. I don't know if anyone else runs Gourmand. I don't know if anyone else runs this game. But I've come up with some strategies for Gourmand that are more complicated, that involve some crafting, some going out of your way for specific items, some routes that other characters don't usually take, but Gourmand does. It's a bit complicated. Let's see if I remember even the start of the run. Is there something specific you do here? Yeah, I've already forgotten. Okay, there we go. Basically just doing this at the beginning to get a bunch of food by combining items together. Or making meals, I suppose, with the slime mold and the blue fruit. This isn't the safe file with the hunter long legs. So our first objective is just to get out of shaded to industrial. You can do wall pounces here. I don't know if I want to mess around with wall pounces. I kind of want to keep consistent. Also, I should note, this run that I'm doing right now, this is a practice run with creatures disabled. I might move on to actual runs later. Okay, that was actually really close. I didn't make that jump. I think what you do is you long jump here. Yeah, that lines up perfectly. Perfect. It's fun to just jump across that entire room. And I don't think I did that in the last run. Also, I'm gonna be referring to it a lot. Whenever I say last run, I'm referring to the world record run of this category, unless someone else has beaten it and I'm not aware. But I did a run that was like 45 minutes, roughly. Okay, I should grab onto that pole. So that's the last run that I did, but I think I'll be able to improve it a lot, even if I'm not great with the movement. Because I have a bunch of new strategies, and that's the main thing. I have a bunch of strategies, and the other run had a few problems with it, where creatures got in the way, but you know, with Rain World, you never know, right? I could get a run where none of those problems happen, and it's great. Or where I could get a run where all those problems happen, and the run is just as slow as before, but maybe slightly faster because of the new strategies. Wow, I really wanted to try to get away with that. That maybe if I tried to go up through the rest of the tunnel, that I wouldn't take damage from the impact. That could have been better. No, it was actually fine. So it went into that roll really well. So a little bit about Gourmand, since it's been a while since I've played them. Their main gimmick is their stamina. Well, there's actually a whole lot of gimmicks. Gourmand is all over the place with their abilities. But when it comes to speedrunning, the most important thing to keep track of is your stamina. Which I just ran out of right now. You can tell when I'm out of stamina when my eyes are closed. And if you are tired, that'll refer to the tired state. Okay, that sucks. You move a lot slower, you don't jump as high, and you can't throw spears very well. things like rolls and roll passes are still actually decently fast, but you can't do rolls forever, because in your normal state you can do rolls, well, not forever, but for a very long time. And so when you're out of stamina, you can do rolls basically the same as the survivor can. Ow. Need to stop doing that. Hello, welcome to the stream. White lizard. Okay, if you tried troll percent, which I assume is dying to that one blue lizard in Silent Construct, what was your route to get there? Because I assume that it's very different from the story percent run. And if you went through industrial. So the rest of the run is where it gets a bit messy in industrial. This whole set of rooms, I mean, it won't be that bad because there's no creatures. But there's going to be some karma caching. I think I need to karma cache to level 3, go up the chimney, sleep, karma 4, and then craft the vulture mask. I think I'm going to craft it anyway, even though there's no creatures. Just for practice. So that I remember like what exactly I do to craft it. Also, it is very important that I get a rock and a spear here. So I see another rock over there. This is where you need to be a bit careful with your items. Actually, that isn't a rock. Okay, there's a rock right there. That's lucky. Didn't even mean to do a backflip. That sucks. I feel like if that happened in an actual run, might as well restart. Because this wastes like a minute. You need to get the items back together and you need to climb all the way back up. If you don't have an extra spear or an extra rock, you have to go looking for one. Like, I don't even know if there's an extra rock here. Yeah, that's another spear. I guess that's alright. And also there's like some lizards here, like a blue lizard and a lion. I think I... Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Well, now I really need to find another rock. I don't know why that jump didn't really work as well as the other one. As in when I did this in practice. Okay, actually there's no rocks. If I restart, do I just keep going? Beastmaster, I suppose. Could use that. Also cursor on screen, I'm gonna leave it there. Nah. But when I was practicing this, I pretty much did it first try. Multiple tries in a row. See, I didn't do a jump, right? Isn't that weird? Like, I didn't do the roll paths jump properly. I guess I should practice this a little bit. It's kind of why I'm doing this run. Just did not give me much height at all. Oh yeah, fall all the way down, why don't you? Solve the water section. Yeah, that might be a problem. I don't know if I've ever been in... Actually, I think I have gone to Piper as Saint, but just not really that often at all. Very rarely in, like, speedruns. But maybe I could look into that for that. It's really strange. This was like the strategy that I figured would be the most consistent, and maybe it's the only actually the only way to get past this. See, there we go. Yes, I'm throwing the rock first every time. It's just the initial jump isn't as high as it should be. For whatever reason. I'm gonna practice this a few times, actually. Maybe I should have kept dev tools on so I could teleport back up. But I wanted to keep this more of like a realistic run instead of a practice run, but... See, what was that? I pressed the jump button, and it didn't jump. I'm gonna look back at the stream. The stream is buffering. Are you guys having this problem? Like, that's not a roll pounce that I did. It's just a regular jump. Is it about to rain? It is. I'm just gonna retry this. I mean, some of the movement in shaded was good, but kind of all fell apart there. What? Or want to jump across that whole thing? Alright, trying that again. Gourmand's throw boost works a bit differently. Their rock throw is like pretty much the same, but their spear throw is very different. It gives you more horizontal speed, but less vertical speed. Well, maybe that's the case for all throw boosts. They don't really affect your vertical speed at all, but I feel like you don't really go as high with spear throw boosts. But they send you flying. For speed, they're great. So when you're doing jumps like that, you want to throw the rock first for the distance. And then the spear afterwards for the... Okay, both of them combined make a big difference. Did you hear this song again? Now in this room, it's probably the fastest to make use of extended slides, but there's usually so many lantern mice running around that you just run into them constantly. And also, it's probably a good idea to conserve one rock to do that. Man, sometimes I kind of think like this game would be perfect with a big speedrunning community if it was maybe a bit more speedrun friendly. Because it has all the like prerequisites of having really good movement tech and interesting environments to move across. Oh, I think the throw boost with here. Guess I'll just roll. Gourmand in every situation. Just roll. Yeah, it's kind of feels like like Mario 64 with all the movement tech. And with that game, it's kind of more of like, it's like a meme with all of the like complicated movement tech, like the backwards log jump, and I mean, I guess like you're kind of moving into the realm of ass stuff there, but even just like normal movement, which like actual people can do, it's really impressive. And I feel like Rain World could have had a similar community like feeling around the movement. I think there's just like too many other problems with speedrunning specifically. I always need to make this distinction. Like, just the game itself is totally fine, but when it comes to speedrunning, it's not great, and that's not really a fault of the game. It's not designed with some specific niche playstyle in mind. And what's funny about this room is that Rivulet could totally just wall pounce off this in like 3 seconds. And it takes like 20 seconds for Gourmand. I don't know if that's accurate. And Gourmand doesn't actually really have any more advanced movement tech. It's just that some random parts of like base movement are amplified a lot. Their slides and rolls are really good, but their like stamina is worse, which isn't even a problem for other slide cuts. That was unfortunate. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna need to go up there. Can I even make it? Okay, that works. I don't even know if it's worth doing this, if it means you have to go out of your way for those like spear and rock. Why does that happen? Never ever have problems with doing like throw or roll pounces in normal gameplay, but when you have to do it for one specific jump, it's like impossible. Maybe I need to keep holding down. Okay, that worked. I mean, I don't know if what I did worked or if I got lucky. Lancer Monk, do they have a stamina system? Which doesn't really have to do with Gourmand. Maybe that's the inspiration. You can have like the stamina system is just based on starving, just changed a little bit. So if they wanted to, they could just have based the system off of starving instead of Gourmand, if that is how it works. I haven't played any other. Yeah, they have low stamina. And the wall is rough. It's rough for Gourmand too. Wait, how does their spear work? Their main attack? Is it work like Gourmand where it's strong and then you lose stamina instantly? Or is it like a normal spear attack, but it drains a little bit of stamina? And is it really weak when you're out of stamina, when you're tired? I shouldn't do that. Change my stamina for no reason. 1/6 damage, just always. Alright, that sounds great. I mean, even when I was playing Hunter, I feel like the melee attack didn't really do that much damage. The real strength was just being able to hit multiple times fairly quickly, although you can already do that with regular spears. That one last jump drains the stamina. I figured that waiting a little bit would be enough. So don't eat this fruit. This is the kind of stuff that I had to go and like look back at the old run, the old stream, to remember these strats. I need to go grab a fruit, go up here, don't eat the fruit, and it's because I need to make a meal with a ultra grub. I feel like it's not worth doing that. Of course it's worth doing that if you don't mess it up. Bring both of these into the shelter. So I'm doing this part of the run, even though it's not exactly necessary, without creatures, that is. Of course, I could just like run through the rest of this area up until Pebbles. Oh, but this is an important part of my strategy for the normal runs, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Just for practice to like remember what my process is for doing it. And there you go. That's how you craft the vulture mask. It won't do anything. I guess it's nice to have. Or at least it's nice to remember how to make it for the next run. So I think that after I finish this, then I'll move on to actual attempts. Let's see if I get lucky. I kind of figured that, you know, I didn't really care too much about speedruns. But, you know, I guess then I shouldn't really take them seriously. Even if I make a lot of mistakes, if I die a lot and lose time, you know, I should just do it for fun. Mouse drag? Is that what lets you like pick up creatures and drag them around like in arena mode? / sandbox? I don't see why I would need that though. Because I have dev tools for teleporting around. And I can also drag creatures around a little, not as cleanly. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to large slug cat. Moving as fast as possible. That was a mistake. Not moving as fast as possible. This is a practice run where I have creatures disabled. So there won't be any dangers. I'm just doing this to remember my route. I don't even know if anyone else has done Gourmand speedruns. Wow, that went far enough for me to bonk into that. Goodness. I couldn't stop it. That was just inevitable. Also, I like how it gave me a bunch of spears, even though you can't do extended slides with them. There we go. Artificer's campaign is monk with only 9 deaths. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. But also, does monk in Artificer's campaign do the scavengers hate them? So that might also make it a lot easier. Plus, I think creatures in general are just more passive. The main threat would just be like all the more dangerous creatures. Rep control, like a mod, so that they are aggressive towards you. Oh, I didn't run out of stamina. Hello. Welcome to the stream. So that is just like a property of monk and not their campaign. So they're just always chill. Oh, you can't chat on YouTube? Well, welcome to Twitch then. I guess you could try like refreshing the stream if you want to try to keep going with that. Look at that, Whiplash being useful. Real. I hate this jump. Even though, for all the times I've gone up this route, honestly, it probably would have been faster to take the normal route because there's no lizards there. But you'd think a speedrunner would be consistent at that one speedrunning trick that you use fairly consistently in any run that goes up the wall. Wall looks slightly darker. Yeah, I don't know. Looks the same on my end. Unless there's something weird with OBS. I get to pedals with only one spear with the... like the roll. Okay, I guess I'll just do it when I get there. Even with the one spear strat, sometimes I forget to bring a spear up. Actually, why did I wait to recover my stamina? I'm gonna immediately run out again when wall jumping. I'm just gonna assume for Gourmand that usually taking the pipe shortcut is faster than just walking normally. Unless you're able to do like a roll or a slide, of course. Can't do that very often when going up the wall. Some rolls here and there. single spear run has been done. Wait, you're saying there was already one that has been completed? I thought that maybe there was like a segmented run or something. Or is that just how it works already? That's another thing that I'm probably not going to touch in this game. Just want to see if this is the thing that you're talking about. Once we get up there. I just think that Gourmand recovers stamina when going up a pole, so I don't need to worry about that unless your stamina is already really low. So there you go. You're using that strategy. Do a roll pounce into a spear throw, and then you can do a like turn storage jump, whatever that's called. There's a name for that, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not really that bad of a strategy. I remember seeing it when I was looking at the health percent world record. I was wondering how did they do that with one spear. It's like I had to learn from their input display. That's actually why I have an input display on for my streams. In case anyone else wants to, or if anyone sees some movement tech that I do and they want to learn it for themselves, the input display can help with that. Yeah, there's also a way that you can stay on the pole, but you don't want to rely on that in case you fall off or you're not able to grab it. This room always looks awful for some reason. And then it just gets dark suddenly. But doesn't karma catching kind of defeat the purpose of the challenge? Because the limiting factor is how much food you can get. But if you karma catch, then I suppose that it means like you can't make progress by staying in a new shelter, so you have to make it everywhere in a single cycle. That's the main challenge. But you never have to worry. I guess, yeah, it would be annoying to have to do it all without dying too much. Did I do that correctly? No. If only there was just a pole right there you could grab onto. I'm moving slowly enough to just grab onto it. Just kidding. RNG. Is that the bat flies? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, so the reason that they even do the challenge in the first place is because it's like theoretically possible that you could get the thing with the bat flies. But instead of just doing a bunch of attempts, you just use karma catching instead. I thought that the whole run kind of relied on that being possible. Unless there's some other strategy. I guess I haven't been keeping up with the one spear master run. So this would normally be like the hardest part of the run right here. Because you have to get through most of Industrial with no mask. I'm gonna make the mask anyway, just to stay consistent if I were doing a real run. But this room is usually annoying. There's a red lizard in here. Or would be. There was actually a way to get up to this platform in one jump with that extended slide. I forgot to go for it. So what I would do here, come up here. It takes about 20 seconds, I think. To make the vulture mask, but I assume that it saves time because you can just run past all the lizards from here on out. Maybe a bit of an uninteresting part of the run. Don't want to slide that far. At least if I remember the route. Basically, I just need to get from here to drainage system, and then from there to filtration, and then up to outer expanse. Pretty much just the outer expanse percent. Except as Gourmand, which makes more sense, I suppose. That the outer expanse percents are just like Gourmand instead of the other way around. The Gourmand run just being like those. Oh, wall pounds. I don't remember if there's any food requirements. Like if I need to eat, or if I want to stay in a shelter, that is. I need to eat like 2 meals. Or 6 whole food items. I don't know if there's enough time to get from here all the way past Sunken Pier. Especially with creatures in the way. There are like mole lizards who don't care about the mask. There are centipedes. There's drowning. There's falling into water. I shouldn't have gone for that. I think this is the strat that I usually use for this room only works with Survivor because of the length of Gourmand's slide. So I kind of forgot what to do there. And maybe that roll pounce could have worked if I did it, or if I did a different timing. This water section should be pretty easy as Gourmand. They actually have a higher lung capacity than Survivor, I think they do. And even as Survivor, it's pretty easy. You might get close to drowning a few times, but that just slows you down. As Monk, it's a threat of, like, there's a threat of ending the run. You're too slow. No leeches in here. Turned sword for some reason. Usually the difficult swimming section. Doing a pipe boost out of that bottom pipe, you're exiting it, that makes a big difference because you don't lose any air when doing that, and then you gain a lot of speed, so it's like no reason not to do that. But don't ever swim boost when you're trying to conserve air for like distance. I think for these sections, it really doesn't matter if you're out of stamina because you're just moving so much. If you had to wait every single time you wanted to regain your stamina, it would take much longer than if you're just to keep moving forward anywhere. So look, you can still move pretty fast. Unless you're bad. See, here I have half the cycle left, but also this looks kind of lucky to have a cycle this long. I can probably make it, but it's this consistent if I were to keep doing attempts. And I also might have the remix setting on that gives you long cycles. So like that shelter up there might be one that you want to take in case you die to the moles. And I think I actually did die in the run that I did, in the world record run. There's a death somewhere. We'll see what the time is when I get to... Actually, yeah. Plus, going through all of Sunken Pier. That's quite a lot of time. I think the best way to go through this room is through these pipes. Like this. And I'm pretty sure that I don't need the lantern from that once I get out of... I mean, you don't really need the lantern anyway, but I like having it. It's like seeing is pretty important, in my opinion. Jobbing. There's also a lot of food in this next area, so maybe this is where I should get food for future runs. I need to be careful here. Usually rolling through the worm grass is pretty safe. It's a pretty small group of them. This area is pretty scary with creatures because there's a kelp and then a salamander right after it. I guess the salamander isn't a problem with the mask, but you just need something to deal with the kelp. I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna assume that I have enough time. So what I do here is combine a mushroom with the karma flower to make a noodle fly egg. Just keep rolling. And then combine the noodle fly egg with the gooey duck, and that's our grapple worm. And then you die to the centipede down here or something. just gonna slide through here. Probably can't make it up with the grapple worm. You know, I could probably like catch the bat flies, make them some meals with the gooey ducks, and maybe that'd give me enough food to shelter. But I'm gonna just risk it and go all the way. And I'll probably take a shelter in real attempts. I don't know how realistic this pace is with creatures in the way, because not all of them are going to be affected by the mask. I only have like 2 minutes left to get... Well, the map doesn't even... My map isn't even updated, but 2 minutes to get out of Sunken Pier. And at which point, getting to Outer Expanse... Well, I guess the whole region is Outer Expanse, but it's separated into like Sunken Pier and Outer Expanse, and Outer Expanse is not affected by the rain. Well, it rains, but it's not lethal. And the grapple worm should help with this. Guess I could eat this food too. Although, where's the next shelter anyway? That sucked. That would be good. Well, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. Either go up top with the grapple worm or just go through the pipes like normal. Ooh, bad time to run out of stamina, and I just kind of have to keep going. It's always really slow to go to climb pipes or poles when you're out of stamina. But somehow that worked out. Be careful about that jump. So what's our time looking like? About a minute left. There are only like 3 rooms left. They're pretty long rooms. Although, this is why we make grapple worm. These next few rooms are very fast. Just make sure to time them properly so that you jump over the gaps. Same with this next room. I didn't feel confident with that. And there we go. Now the rain is no longer lethal. Maybe it's either entering this room or the next room. Or the room that... You know what I'm saying. I don't know if the rain is lethal in the train room. Suddenly just started raining. Instantaneously. The mask is really nice to have in this area. Oh, goodbye unlock. I know that some people are annoyed when I don't pick up unlocks, but that just sucks for them. I didn't do this room properly. There is a point where I'm going to drop the grapple worm in favor for Yeek, but since there are no Yeeks, that's where I will use the Beastmaster mod again. But I'll use it in the room where I can find them, where I would normally find Yeeks very consistently. Which, yes, it's this room right here, so drop that. Oh, this, there we go. Now also, when you're holding a Yeek, you can't hold onto a mask at the same time. And it's about to get dark. So, you know, lizards are slightly more dangerous, but also there's not that many lizards in this next area. And the Yeek gives you the mobility to avoid them. And you still move like pretty fast with the Yeek. Even if I'm out of stamina, maybe. I'm kind of testing that out right now. The Yeek is a new strategy that I thought of today. But you'll see why in a moment. Stop jumping. You can just go straight through the worm grass there. So normally, I would go up top, the way I'm going right now. And then I switch to going down, because that would skip a few rooms. But now I'm going back to this route up here, so you may wonder why I'm changing back, but there's a big difference in the next room. Recover stamina for a bit. Like with the yeek, sometimes you just want to keep moving. Yeah, even when you're tired. Because they don't seem to care too much. Okay, I was really worried about that jump. There we go, that's the new strategy. Someone else probably found that out, but I heard that it was possible, and I had to test it for myself, because I didn't actually know how you did it. It's just a roll pounce with a yeek. Although that room tends to have blue lizards in it, which are really annoying. Because it takes a little bit of time to set up that jump. At least if you want to do it consistently. These rooms are very dark. You know that worm grass glow in the dark? A few creatures glow in the dark. Like the yeek right now. Their eyes. There's just some parts of a creature that aren't affected by lighting at all. Which is why like lizards are so bright, like so brightly colored. I did that you would line up a roll pounce right there to make it over that gap, but I didn't do it correctly. If only I had a bomb right now. And there we go. That's the end of the run. So actually before, or sub 41. It's not a real run. This is just a practice run with no creatures. But now I'm thinking, this felt like a pretty good run. I don't know if there's like much improvement or much room for improvement when I do a real attempt. I also want to check one thing. Getting Nomad instantly. I want to check the remix settings because I might have had something on. I didn't. I think everything here is all right. So I suppose now I'm going to move on to real attempts. And we'll just kind of, you know, do this casually. I don't know if I want to go for like a real, or if I want to like keep doing attempts until I get the perfect run. But you know, we'll just see how much progress I can make for the next hour or two. But it will take a little bit to reset the run or reset the game. Although I'm really worried about messing up that jump at the end to make it over that like wormgrass pit. So I did not do it very consistently in practice. It's just once again a problem with the yeeks being very inconsistent. Sometimes they jump. You'd expect them to jump like whenever you jump, but not always. So I think it's working again. I guess I could also get splits up. I don't even know if this is the right one. Yeah, I guess it is. So I'll put the splits up in a second. Should I put it down here, right? Okay. So I kind of just want to see how much of a difference these new strats make. If they are noticeable. Nice. Pretty much perfect item layout in this first room, except for the spear in the way, because of course that took priority over the other item that I wanted to pick up. Except this time, I will have to deal with creatures, so it's a lot more fun. Exactly the way the game is intended to be played. Except that is exactly the case. This is how the game is intended to be played, but for speedrunners, or for speedruns, it just didn't feel right. I guess maybe just me. I'd like to pick up a rock at some point. Okay, didn't mean to do that, but I guess that's also fine. And no rock. That's just unfortunate, because this room is like significantly faster with a throw boost. And better for stamina. One real annoying part of the run when you like need some specific items for one part, but you just don't get lucky or you don't keep track of it well enough. Especially in that one part in industrial, you need a spear and a... Sorry about that. You need a spear and a rock, so you just need to pick those items up beforehand, but you also want to do throw boosts because they're very fast, but you don't know, like, if you're holding a rock, can you afford to do a throw boost? Like, can you guarantee that you're going to find a rock after this point? And most of the time, yeah, they're pretty common. You're going to find one. But what if you don't? Like, you don't know. I need a rock right here. These guys move. Just kidding. That's actually a little close. But there is a pink lizard coming up. And I need to keep track of them, where they might be in the next screen. Okay, that's good. Works out perfectly. I was a little worried they might have been like right on that pole I was climbing up. I just didn't know yet. Great. Yeah, I hop. E-hop? E-jump? And it is nice to have these parts and runs where it's just movement. Not really worrying too much about randomly dying to stuff. I guess that pink lizard is like the one problem. This is behind pace, probably because of the bad EI hops. That really determines the beginning of the run. Actually, not that bad of a start. Guess I'll take it. I mean, that's what I did say. I'm just gonna be taking runs. Not taking this too seriously. Should have been paying attention to that. Oh, scavengers too. They can show up in this area. And they always slow you down. Run out of stamina here. That was a bad spot to do it. You know what? I was kind of hesitating there because I wanted to pick up that rock and spear. I like this guy. I'd like to jump over him. Okay, now I worry about creatures again. I already hear one. They're probably in the next room. Or no, it's just this room. Oh, it's them. I really don't want to get their attention. I ran out of stamina before I did that jump. I was too worried about the lizards. They're probably going to end the run. Unless they get distracted with each other. Or if they get stuck in a tunnel for no reason. That works too. Or if I suck. Yeah, that's Scion. It's just like the run is over. The moment I saw the Scion. I mean, I guess if I didn't mess up the jump, it wouldn't have been a problem, but... This doesn't matter too much, but I wanna get this right. Coughed up a snail in that room. Snail jump. That would definitely not work. Even if I got extremely lucky and immediately got a snail, being able to line it up correctly would be a whole nother problem. Normally when I do snail jumps, I like to pin them with the spear. Be like 3 other times I've ever used snails for jumps like that. But throwing a spear would, as Gourmand, like it kind of messes with your movement in a weird way. Plus, it's just I mean, I know you're joking, so I shouldn't really take that seriously. Mind of rock. I need to recover stamina. Rock. Unlucky. We are not lucky. At least I landed on that platform instead of falling all the way down. It's a little bit better. This room is just chaos every time. I do like this room, actually. It's nice that there's like a little hub room where like a bunch of creatures hang out. There's a bunch of food, there's bat flies, there's lantern mice. I'm always going to kill the lantern mice right there. I mean, it's their fault kind of for being in the way of the speedrun route. Oh, you too. That was a mistake. Yep. Yeah, I landed on that pole, but if I fell there, it would have been really bad. This guy's... As long as they don't notice me, I'll be good. But I don't know what they're doing once they move to the next screen. Okay, they're just going to get in the way later. It's fun to know. That's really risky to do with pink lizards. Ooh, that's someone. Yeah, there's multiple of them. And they can teleport. Unless this one was just standing here already. This is a better pace than last time. Like, -4 seconds. A lot more than that. I'm just waiting for it to happen again. Just to die to like a cyan or a blue. In that one room. The thing is, that strategy that I use, that jump. Actually, I don't think it matters if I hold down. You just hold down the whole time and the jump will be consistent. I'm gonna play it safe and grab this spear up here, if this is even possible to grab. Thank you. I don't know if there's going to be a spear in the next room. I'll just lose extra time. Of course, now that I've done that, there's a spear. What did I just see there? That's a batfly. Oh wow, sure looks peaceful in this room. Also, I really want to make sure I have enough stamina. So that's why I didn't make the jump last time. There we go. I guess I'll hold this spear for safety. This room is very peaceful so far. I should be able to make it to the next shelter. I mean, I shouldn't have stayed out that long. Now they know I'm here. I guess that was not a good move, but yeah, I don't know. That's it. I do stay in that shelter in the run, by the way. That is where I was. Like, just getting down that pipe was the last thing I had to do. Oops. Okay, restart this again. Uninteresting. Oh yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. There's a way to make it up if you do a wall pounce there, but I didn't get it. Maybe I just wasn't moving fast enough. Okay, haven't gotten a rock yet. I think I picked up another spear. Do I even still have the... No, I don't. Okay, no lantern. You know, maybe the lantern was slowing me down, and this is the one thing I need to do this whole time. Drop the lantern. Like, I did get a rock just now, so... This game is fun. Guess I can just make one later. No lantern. Mouse right there to die. That poor guy was running away that whole time. Just not fast enough. Whoa, too fast there. Okay, now the pink lizard. They're gonna be a problem, aren't they? Just kidding. You'd think that that pink lizard has plenty of food. Just like 2 rooms away, there's like 100 lantern mice just hanging out. Just by moving forward, I accidentally ran into like 3 of them. Surely that pink lizard could also be good success. Like a pink lizard isn't as fast as Gourmand. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Remember when I started the stream and I finished a run? It's a crazy concept, I know. Remember when I started the run and I started it for real? I really just need to get to the vulture mask. And the rest of the run is like fairly easy in comparison. Honestly, the more I speedrun this game, the more I'm amazed that people even speedrun this game to begin with. That makes sense. Collision. That makes sense too. Uh-huh. I would like to at least get past industrial. Wouldn't that be nice? Have to grapple worm early? I don't see why that would be helpful. There's like not really any areas where grapple worm is useful up until... Okay, thank you. Up until Outer Expanse. There might be a few rooms here and there in random places, but I don't think that's worth going out of your way to make a grapple worm. I don't even know what happened. Oh, and then the scavenger's there to take the lantern. That's even better. And I'm out of stamina. Okay, I guess I don't get that then. You know, I'm kind of was thinking of like what things I should do for Rain World. I guess like, oh, I guess I'll just go back to the old like speedruns that I didn't do perfectly. Maybe there's some things that I can optimize, you know? And I found some things to optimize. Which is what I'm trying to do now, but I'm also, you know, it's more appealing to talk about doing a speedrun than actually doing it. Probably gonna be a lot slower. Am I gonna die to a pink boost this time? Oh no. What are pink blizzards doing in shaded anyway? I know I just talked about how there's a ton of food for them and with all the lantern mice. Oh, that's fun. Now I was thinking that Gourmand would be one of the better categories to try. It's probably really not that bad though. I'm just getting unlucky at the beginning. Am I? I don't know. I think this is pretty much exactly what you expect. Like, 1 or 2 lizards in a region that get in your way. And that's all it really takes. Oh, that's even better. Why didn't I think of that? Oh man, all these lizards sure are annoying. I wish there was one in this room where there's normally no creatures at all. Oh yeah, let me miss the point like spirit sword too. I really need to recover right now. Okay. Oh dude, they probably outrun me on pulls. Or not. This lizard suck. Oh, we're way behind. This is the kind of lizard that people see and think, oh, that's a red lizard. Slightly larger than average and a very bright red color. Right to the usual like magenta / pink. Almost died there. That would have been fun. Uh oh, is this gonna happen? Nope. I actually didn't lose that there. That never happens. Ooh, this happens though. Oh, there was a blue lizard there the whole time. Okay, vulture's back. You want to just take that lizard? Okay, somehow that didn't do anything. Would have been nice to just get a mask like that. That would save a lot of time. Actually, it would save a ton of time, but we can't have that. Okay, I guess that it's nice to make it here at least. You know, I'm like 30 seconds behind. I'm probably gonna die to the next room anyway. Won't that be fun? Maybe I'll see if I can just continue all the way. Again, if I die, I'll just take like safety shelters. Unlike what I did last time. Or last practice run. Scavengers. Just for the extra fun. AKA distraction. Like extra behind. Don't want to eat this fruit yet. Usually it's a good idea to eat fruits in gates, but not in this case. Unless I'm wrong. If anyone else played Gourmand, I would know, but I don't know if this stream is exactly the kind of thing that would encourage people to try this category. Although this is kind of how I have to assume that it worked for vanilla Rain World. Like, I guess some people saw other people speedrunning and said, hey, I want to try that too. Even if it was like an 8% or Pebbles percent as Survivor. And maybe even some Hunter categories. So maybe the same thing will work with Gourmand. That's fun. I can't even blame it on a creature. That's just me. Oh. Can you grab the flower? This guy's gonna kill me. No. Even more time saved. Good if there's a grapple worm in this room. Or drop wig. Those things aren't related at all. So this is where the run would actually be impossible. I think I'd actually speedrun this category without a Vulture Mask for a time. Or a few streams, but I have no idea how I did that. I really have no idea how anyone does that for any of the categories that deal with a lot of creatures. Like, oh yeah, getting a Vulture Mask, that'd take too long. Let me just like run through all these lizards. Just hope that it's alright. At least this song is playing. Oh, great time to get exhausted. Just enough time for a Vulture to show up. Great idea. Head back to some old categories and improve the time. Oh, this time I ran out of stamina. Last time I was surprised that it didn't. We're just saving it for this run. For the extra time saved. Maybe they're not even running the game to like speedrun. That's not even the motivation. Everyone's just playing the game because there's nothing else to do in the game. Oh yeah, I've already done everything in Rain World. I guess I'll just move on to speedruns, even though like no one actually enjoys it. And the community has managed to convince everyone that speedrunning is actually something that they enjoy doing. Oh yeah, let's do. Actually, the event was totally fine. Kind of like the feel of the events where it doesn't really matter if you get a good run. You just do it. You just do the run. You know, maybe you die a few times, but just like, you know, you play a little bit safer than normal. You definitely won't get a world record or a personal best, but you definitely will finish the run. It's probably better than those other two for an event. Oh, I don't even have a spear. That's fun. Where a grapple worm would help? Would it? Yeah, I guess it would, but I'm not used to using a grapple worm on the wall at all. Playing the game normally, but with the timer. I don't know, how would you even craft a grapple worm? Like, I feel like you really have to go out of your way to get a bunch of things. And the more time that you spend running around an industrial without a vulture mask, the more likely you are to die to some lizard or something. And all of that to get through like 2 rooms in the wall a little bit faster. Oh, hello you two. This guy's gonna be a problem, isn't he? Maybe I should try Gourmand as some other character. Actually, oh yeah, he is gonna be a problem. Oh, you stupid. You know what? After this attempt, even if I die early, I don't make it to the end, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do the same run, but as Rivulet instead. Actually, I don't even know how to do that. I know that you can play Jolly Co-op, or with Jolly Co-op, you can play the like Survivor, Monk, and Hunter campaigns as any character you want, but I don't know how to do like a downpour campaign as any character. Someone would have to explain that, because I think it is possible, and other people talk about these challenges all the time. Like playing Artificer as Monk. That was another one. Gourmand as Rivulet sounds a lot of fun. Oh, that's stamina anyway. I want to be able to craft though, so no grapple worm in. Well, I guess that doesn't make a difference. Like playing Rivulet, probably just ignore all that area anyway without grapple worm. Need to install a mod. I might already have that mod. Is it called something like Jolly Co-op for everyone or something like that? Jolly Co-op something something. I think I might have that. I think getting a mod would be easier than messing around with stuff in folders. Oh, hey, look at that. I don't have a spear. Just wanted some extra time save, you know. Just a lot extra. I'm just learning that my previous attempts were actually pretty good. I was able to do that properly this time. But now I'm tired. That was a mistake. That was a weird jump. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be a world record. Alright, Gourmand speedrun. Hello, welcome to the world record attempt. We have about 2 minutes of time save. The run isn't doing very well, and I don't think I'm going to do another attempt. Before the stream, I came up with a bunch of ideas for little improvements to the route. And by a bunch of ideas, I mean like one change in Outer Expanse. So maybe we'll see if that one change is enough to save this run. It definitely isn't. But restarting this run would mean I have to go back to Industrial, so we're definitely not doing that. Even though I'm literally about to go to Industrial next. Hello, Pebbles. Honestly, I don't know why this character didn't speedrun much. I mean, it doesn't really feel that much worse compared to like a Pebbles run or maybe a Hunter run. So I'm holding onto this Ultra Grub to make a mask later. On the way up the Pebbles, I used this to make a mask with the Karma Flower. and I will do the same, but unfortunately it doesn't really work out, so you can't get a vulture mask for industrial. You can get it right after, and both on the way up to Pebbles and when leaving industrial you can make a vulture mask, but not anywhere inside of industrial. So this is definitely the hardest part of the run. That's wonderful. Exactly what I meant to do. There's a red lizard here. That was a mistake. Why am I over here? Not red lizard though. Yep, I'm over here. If only there's a shortcut that you could take to get to me. Thank you. I don't really want to hold onto a spear. It's time to get tired. That was a joke. It wasn't a good time to get tired. Can I do this here? Nope. That was kind of close though. Oh, perfect timing. Hey. Oh yeah, just go back. That's what I wanted you to do. These lizards. Oh yeah, just stay there. I thought I died there. It'd only be natural. Is he really not moving? There you go. Goodness. Troll lizard not bound by a campaign. I'm not the first person to have a blue lizard with a specific name because they are annoying in speedruns. Hey. Oh, I gained 3 seconds. That sucks. I see those noodle fly eggs. I think that there's maybe something I can craft with them. Actually, I don't really think there's anything useful at all. But they feel like a useful crafting material. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna move out of the way, please. That's not a red lizard. That's a red lizard down there. Goodness. So we're gonna eat these just to be safe. As in, just to be done with this run sooner. So I don't get slowed down by random stuff. I can't throw boost here, unfortunately. Alright, we got those 3 seconds back. Oh, almost drowned. That's cool. There's some weird connection between how tired you are and how close you are to drowning. Like, I think it's like if you're drowning, then you instantly become tired, or if you're tired, you instantly start drowning, something like that. I forget what the exact details are. Maybe it's that if you're drowning, then you become tired. Because I was also tired there, and usually doesn't happen if I don't drown. If I don't get close to drowning. If you're tired, you recover air much slower. Jump right there. And once Gourmand is tired, you can still do stuff like that. Wow, that was actually close to making it all the way up. Did not expect that at all. So I don't have a lantern. I would normally have a lantern in this area, which means I'm probably going to fall and die somewhere. Because I'm actually not very good at this area in the dark. Some platforms in weird spots. But I will take this shelter. There's actually like genuine opportunity for time save here, because I think I died in this spot last run. So which means I'm definitely going to die here again just to stay consistent. That's how these runs are. And even better if there was some mold lizard right there. I felt like it felt like they were in that tunnel right there. It'd only be natural. I think we're through it though. But there's probably going to be something bad in this next area. Is that a centipede? That's just a small one though. Yep. Centipede, spider, mole lizard, centipede, spider, dropper. Yep. And no spear. I should be scared of Ultra masks, right? Oh, if I die to that. Just want to roll through this little area. Okay. It's a very bizarre combination of colors there. Okay, actually, I was kidding. I'm gonna die here. That's part of the plan. Shoot, I actually don't know how to get past this. Okay, it's not a problem since there's no salamander over here. I guess it wouldn't be a problem anyway with the mask. Also, okay, not a problem. So here's how to craft friend. Take a mushroom and a karma flower and combine them together. And then you make sure the game is super laggy. Helps with more consistent results. Oh, shoot. Okay. Actually, no, I can get it back. Actually, I don't think I can get it back. Yeah, I meant to drop the vulture mask down, and then it didn't. Okay, that's cool. Thought that the rest of the run would be easy. So grab a worm and a vulture mask running through, but nope. That's not a gold split. What a joke. Well, now all the lizards are gonna be a problem without the mask, so this is probably isn't gonna. Well, I already gave up on this run like 30 minutes ago, but you know, maybe I'll get lucky and this will not end with like a huge time loss. Just be like a minute slower instead of like 3 minutes slower. And it's probably gonna be a centipede or something. Or it's that one jump with the eek. Yeah, I'll probably die there. Nope, don't jump that way. Yeah, it'll be a droplet instead. You know, I don't really care. Okay, so let's see if I can try to do something a lot more interesting than regular Gourmand. I think it was this one. Yeah, I don't have it. So I'm gonna leave for a little bit. Let's see if I can find that mod. Okay, I think it's this mod. And I'm gonna have to open up the game, enable the mod, close the game, reopen it again, because mods are a lot of fun to work with. So hopefully this works. I don't think I would have to enable anything else. But I'm thinking, like, do I want to do this as Rivulet or as Saint? Because Saint has the grapple. And I could basically just follow the same route. But also Rivulet is Rivulet. I like playing Rivulet. So I can play this as any character now. Even as a select buff. I'll do Rivulet. This also means no crafting like a vulture mask, so I'll just have to outmaneuver all the lizards, which is suddenly a possibility. Also, I'm hoping that this works. I don't think there should be any problems. Unlike like Spear Master's campaign, for example, stuff with the pearl is a problem. Oh wow, look at this character. I need to get used to how fast they are. Oh, they still have the food quest and the food requirement. All that stays the same. So I could technically do food quest as another character. That's interesting. Although, do I really want to do that? So a big part of what helps Gourmand in the food quest is being able to craft a bunch of stuff. You can even craft a neuron if you want. Look at how fast this character is, goodness. Okay, maybe a little too fast sometimes. Please. I almost fell again. Use me. Maybe I should have kept Sputs on for this. What's the strategy for this? Probably the same shelter that I'll stay in Industrial. But then I won't stay in the shelter in Chimney, so I have to Karma Cash an extra time. Oh, hello, lizard. That won't get in the way. Isn't that wonderful? Actually slide without, like, getting myself brain damage. Oh, I can try the wall pounce thing, like I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I did that again. Really, pucks don't spawn? They definitely should. No, they definitely do. I literally saw one earlier. Right before the entrance to filtration system and drainage system. Okay, that's not how you do it. I was like 20 times faster. Alright, there we go. No, I think that I'm gonna have bad reputation with scavengers. Oh, I can actually... No, I shouldn't start with a pearl. I think that's a campaign unique thing. So we're just gonna have to not run into scavengers. I love all the stupid stuff you can do as reveal it. Oh, yep, don't mind me. There we go. This will be the shelter. I'll karma cash up to karma 4. That should be enough. And hopefully chimney isn't a problem. I guess there's a lot of creatures in Reveal's campaign that I usually don't have a problem with. Well, I do have a problem with, but not too much. Well, there's a lot of like center wings that are like pretty harmless. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, hello Gourmand. I think you can even do that as other characters. To throw boost into wall pounds. Too fast, man. There we go. Be able to do this. Nope. Be able to do this. Yep. I didn't even think that helped. So, will I die in this region? That's my next question. I get to do something in this room. Oh, come on. There's gonna be some lizards here. Goodness. Just want to do some wall pounces, dude. Oh yeah, there's lizards. You just gotta wait a little bit. Now it's just rivet it. Oh dear. The vulture up here might be a king. It isn't. I mean, it's not harmful at all. All right. I think I did that too early. I get to go up the wall again. It's been a long time. You don't know, for Revisited story percent, old route was to go up the wall and then go down pebbles to get the refraction cell, continue down into underhang, and then go to the right from there, down the leg. Then we found that, well, one person found that it was better to just go straight from here to underhang and then up into pebbles to get the refraction cell, then back down and continue the route from there. For a while, I did practice this route, going up the wall, so I get to do some of these strats again. with a few different creature spawns, although it shouldn't really be that bad. It's still just orange lizards for Gourmand. It's not like this is hunter spawns. Remember that Gourmand is like halfway in between. Halfway in between hunter and survivor spawns. That's how I feel about Gourmands. I don't know if I ever did that in the speedrun, because I feel like that's kind of a new strategy for me. Doing a slide pounce down there. Isn't it nice? Just jumping up. No spears, no weird wall jumps. Although there are guys up here. Yep, hello. I didn't notice it. Must have been the wind. Yep, goodbye. That's a blue lizard. If you couldn't tell. Or if you're not even watching the stream, listening. He totally destroyed. Goodness. Oh, I'm gonna head up to the next screen where you can't see me, but actually I'm just gonna camp out right here. I might get saved. Maybe. There should be some whitelists up here. Oh, never mind. Well, I don't mind continuing. I might still be able to beat Gourmand's time. Yeah, I still don't understand what is up with this. Why did that take way more attempts than last time? Ooh, that's how you do it. Yep, backflip right there. Imagine a speedrun. I just thought of this right now. A speedrun where you can switch to whatever character you want. Which actually, that pretty much just means that you're switching between Rivulet and Saints for a speedrun. Why would you ever pick any of the other characters? I don't know, maybe that would be cool. Maybe if it was like a mix between like a speedrun and a score run, or maybe just like an expedition. I don't know, that'd be really interesting. That's scavenger. And the main thing is that you'd be able to switch between characters. Goodness. Let's head up here this time. Yeah, good job, dude. Not a fan of this lizard. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay. Yeah, maybe still not. There we go. I guess I really haven't been practicing that. This one's still pretty hard though. Oh, King Vulture this time. Good shot, dude. Surely Rivulet moves fast enough to not get hit by this. No, they lead their shots. I don't know why that happens. Okay, try that again. Never mind. Maybe Saint would have been better. Oh, that's even... Oh, I should have thought about that from the beginning. I wouldn't even do... I didn't make it past. Much that still end up being slower than Gourmand's. Yeah, that King Vulture just saved me from making it to the wall and then not being able to make it through the gate. It knew. It feels like I do the exact same inputs for both of those scenarios. Maybe just some weird interaction between like the position of my head or something. Don't mess up that jump, even as reveal it. Yeah. Actually did that correctly. For somehow that still doesn't really line up. Alright, I think I planned that wall pounce out before I found out about all the wall pounces in the story percent room and the alternate method of doing them. So I used like a regular pounce to line that up. Can you all be any more annoying? Oh, they're just dead. You just died from it. Oh, there's a white lizard there, to goodness. So there was a blue lizard, two blue lizards, and a pink lizard, and then another white lizard, or two white lizards, and then two pink lizards here. What do they eat? Like the other lizards? Another white lizard? Why not? Actually, like, what are they eating? There's like no other creature in this whole region. There's like one egg bug, maybe, one dropwig, some scavengers who will fight back. Oh, they immediately flew away. No, I held back to avoid that, and it happened anyway. Hey, can I get through this again without getting trolled? Actually, that was a little bit more than trolling from that blue lizard last time. Last time. Can't do a wall pounce there for some reason. If there's only one block to stand on, you can do a wall pounce, but not if it's 2 blocks. For whatever reason. I'll drop over here this time. Yeah. You can sometimes do a backflip up there to get up to that pole. It's not very consistent. Yeah, there's about to be like 5 lizards in this room. There's one. Can't wait for the next one. Okay, there's about to be 4 white lizards in soon. Probably right here in this tunnel. There they are. That was the very first wall pounce that I found. That would be useful as we review it. Kind of crazy to think of now. Like, oh, just this one spot where wall pounces are useful. Even though there's probably like 10 more that are used in the story percent room. And we don't even do this anymore. I forgot there's another thing you can do in this room. Actually, we're doing it. Actually forgot where it starts. It's down here. Yeah. No speed is needed for that. Both of those were awful. Okay, that only lost about 10 minutes. Maybe 9 or 8 minutes lost from dying to it twice or 3 times there. I forgot, honestly. I think it was twice. So is Rivulet 8 minutes faster than Gourmand though? I mean, Gourmand is almost like 3 minutes faster than Gourmand. Oh, this area is gonna have gravity, or low gravity. Normally it has gravity for it. Slow down, dude. Oh, I still was moving too fast. Hello, I'm Gourmand. We can almost make it to the other wall. I wouldn't have been surprised if the game crashed right there. Okay, now we make it to the end. Can I actually make it from here? Maybe. Also, there's a chance that going through farm-raised would be better. Oh yeah, they definitely would have the same dialogue. Okay, I can't do this today. Just jump up here. I feel like I did a normal jump instead of a backflip. But River also goes to drainage system very quickly. I have to get past those scavengers. I went to farmers. Actually, no. Because I was thinking of the shortcut that River can take through farmers, but that's only at the top of farmers. If I enter from outskirts, I'd have to go all the way up there first. No way, it's faster. Ow. I don't know if I want to eat food. I might just try to make it to the end, although that'd be very risky. Too fast. I guess I already passed over all the fruit. First time Raven the aquatic slick cat has touched the water this round. Oh yeah. All right. It's a very, very fast green lizard. Yep, definitely should go backwards. It's a better way to catch me. Okay, enough of that. Fear of seeing a very fast slug cat approaching rapidly. Alright, we do that again. I think I'm gonna eat food for a safety shelter. I did not expect the green lizard to kill me, though. Usually it takes about like 10 years for them to react to your existence. But that was a very fast one. Wrong way. Sorry, dude. Why did I crouch? I don't know. Oh, food, right. Did I crouch? So actually, I don't know if there's enough food. There is. There's enough food before the filtration shelter. Oh, don't roll. So this time I will move better. You're probably doing great. I can't believe Gourmand and Rivulet are in the same video game. And they are allowed to traverse across roughly the same map. Still turn storage there. I don't know why that's consistent, but I would rather not. Do I just have turn storage to that whole area? Maybe I get it when I first enter the underwater section and it just stays with me the whole time. This part is like weirdly difficult as Rivulet. Or it's not really difficult at all, but getting the roll pounces, it's like not consistent. Okay, it worked out here. I'm gonna grab that. This lily puck, it's here as Gourmand. Also a spear. Oh, hey, food quest. Maybe I should do like Saint. Actually, no, that's not possible. Some of the food items are creatures that I would not be able to eat as another character. I think this is enough food. Yeah. This might be very close in time to the rivulet or the normal Gourmand run. Oh, yeah, I didn't even need this one. Just in case I need to karma cash if I die like 10 times. I will say that even though I've died a bunch, I've enjoyed this more than Gourmand. There's a way you can turn around when falling through that, but I'd never learned how to do that. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was delayed. Could still escape though. Oh, you're fast. Okay. I tried to throw that rock, but either it missed or I didn't pick it up in the first place. I don't know. Something happened and it didn't work. That was better though. Okay, I don't know why that worked. It really shouldn't have. Okay, that centipede isn't dangerous. I can just go this way. It's not fascinating. Just kidding. That sofa's being weird. Honestly, I'd prefer taking this path. Yeah, not a problem. There we go. I do want to be careful from here on out. Oh, hey, water. I remember how this is the aquatics character. Sometimes I forget. Would it really be subterranean without the lag? Yes. Yeah, it would. It would be nice without the lag. I think this is about to be the same time as the Gourmand run. Not the actual Gourmand run. The practice run I did at the beginning of the stream. That was about 40 minutes, 40 something. I don't imagine anyone actually getting that time. This area should be pretty easy. Now I'm taking this path. I don't know if I can actually make the jump, but surely Rivulet can, right? Rivulet can do anything. See, that jump, not a problem. I think that drop would deserve that. There's something over here. Oh, come on. No? How about... Yeah, that's possible. Was it worth it? No. Not at all. Let's go up top right here. I said, let's go up top up here. I'm sure the scavengers won't mind. I would like some throwables. As I proceed to miss all the throwables I run across. Let's go back to them, actually. Rock. So, is this jump possible? It should be, really. I think I have a way to do this. Oh yeah, not a problem. Goodness, that scavenger was the most terrifying thing I could have come across. Oh yeah, let's just go over this. I could grab a yeek. They'd probably slow me down though. That wasn't as good as it could have been. I always like to jump backwards for some reason. That was scary. I think this is always scary. Why are there so many noodles? Also, I didn't mean to pick that one up. Sorry. That's not my fault. I mean, what would you do if someone suddenly... What would you do if you couldn't speak the English language suddenly? Ow. Yeah, a little bit of a risk. I'm going to take this route, because I don't have a yeek. Oh, I'm really going to be slower, actually. Why are there leeches up here? I sure hope that I don't get grabbed by a leech and then stung by a centipede or zapped by a centipede. Maybe Rivet would be able to make that jump without a yeek, but I don't want to test that right now. The chance of falling into the worm pit and dying is non-zero. Hey, that worked out. Oh, this sucks. How about you two become friends? Oh, yeah? Yeah? And then... Oh. Actually did. Exactly as I asked them to. That looks like friendship to me. You could definitely do some wall bounces in this room. Or a plank here. I'm not doing that again though. I got sent maybe a little bit too far. Any shallow pool of water really would work out. Or here. Oh dear. Yeah, attack that yeek. Or stab each other. Yeah, he left. Are we safe? Those are yeeks, not scavengers. We are good. like things would actually be quite slow in this area. Maybe I shouldn't throw spears in that general direction. Meant to do that. So that was about a minute slower than the practice run with Gourmand. But that's after all the deaths. Let them go. No crashes at all, that's nice. Yep, I definitely played as Gourmand, the character intended for this campaign. Is that 20 minutes how long it would have taken if I didn't die so much? Alright. Well, there we go. Just a nice reminder that, some characters maybe aren't meant to be speedrun. Maybe not, I don't know. Gourmand can, or some parts of the speedrun are really fun. If you can deal with all the deaths, all the lizards in your way. Mostly industrial is the problem. If industrial just, well, I don't know. I don't know what changes you could make to industrial if it just wasn't as bad. But even outside of industrial, there are like a few other points that are rather annoying, like that one drop way. Yeah, in Sunken Pier. Just like random other creatures here and there that can be a problem, and if it can be a problem, it will be a problem if you do enough attempts. Random vultures, mole lizards, and centipedes, anything in subterranean, as always. But this run is really lit. That was better. Of course, take a character that's way too fast and put them in a campaign meant for a actually pretty slow character. Of course, it's going to be really overpowered. But that's something I kind of like. I kind of prefer that when speedrunning, to have like a character with overpowered moveset. It's like Pizza Tower, right? You're like essentially overpowered in that game, but it doesn't make it not fun, because it just means that you can push your abilities that much further. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.